Okay, let me get ready to go. Okay, here we are. Titled Arena, April 2021. The Doctor. Let's see. Wow, he is logged in. Oh, he was on page 2, I guess. 2886. And it looks like he's going to play some more serious chess, although C5 was well, that was a pre-move. Rarely do you expect that B4 move, so he's down a pawn. Very quick. Down a pawn. Light square control. Try and hold these guys up. The 2-1 majority. Bishop is now hit. Where is he going to go? Slightly awkward. To find a square. Going back home. Not ideal. Oh, he's pouncing. It seems like he's going to be able to damage the kingside structure at minimum. Is there something better? I guess this is the better. There is a pin here, so you are able to take back on b3 if rook takes knight. Okay, so he's no longer down a pawn, but it's kind of awkward. This is I feel like in some way this is a liability, right? This is very nice compact structure for white. 1 pawn island of 5. And this guy's in the crosshairs, so the king needs to contribute. Yeah, that's a wise choice. Releasing the pressure on this pawn, capturing would have been helping black obtain an outside passed pawn. This knight is so tricky, but look at the clock times. As a 5-second edge, DrGrekenstein. Oh, that's a welcome sight. He'd get 2 outside pass. He'd get 2 split pawns. That would be an interesting case where the split pawns are better than the connected passed pawns in that king and pawn ending. If it was stripped to a king and pawn ending there, black is winning. I think black may be winning. Well, he's going to win on time now, and maybe even objectively at this point. Go, 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 go. What's the think there? Oh. Could have captured the rook. Oh! Oh, okay. I thought he blundered. I thought Carlsen blundered his rook there. He's got this one. 0.77. Drop stone goes down on time. Where are we at here? Very early on. That's your page 1. We got round 2 coming up. It's all happening way too fast. Let us see. We getting another game? Yes, we are. Okay, round 2 of who knows how many. Let us see. More Fianchetto. Fianchetto in the first game, kingside. And this one too, I expect. Ah, look at that. Sneaky, sneaky guy. And just like that, he's back with his antics. No need to castle. Getting out of harm's way. Doesn't want to end up in a pin. Big square on d5. All 3 minor pieces can function on that square. Any tricks against this bishop? Well, it is defended by the knight. Sometimes that could be something. Unmasking the bishop with check. These moves, something to look out for. Ooh, that hurts. That was a fork. Winning some material now. It's defended. Oh, and another fork. You have to give up the bishop. Light squares. Big problem. Queen on c4. Break away at this point. f7. Monster knight. Beautiful coordination. The knight and the bishop. g6 is now hit. Oof. That's going to hurt. That's really going to hurt. Oof. Yeah, that's painful. Those discovered checks. Looks like that move next is going to be mate. All right, black resigned. 2 games, 2 wins. Okay, a GM opponent. Poultice 12. Okay, so he's not going all in with this uncastled stuff. E5's taken. Maybe get the piece back. Okay, they get it back with this variation. He's going to get a tempo against this bishop. Opening up the center. The two bishops working on adjacent diagonals are nice. Still down a pawn. Has a nice square for the knight. He's getting this pawn back. And is immediately the better side. He's got the bishop pair. Yeah, taking with the bishop, keeping these guys together. Pawn still on both wings. This should benefit these guys. Oh, he's going pawn hunting. So opposite color bishop. And let's see how he tries to convert this one. Ah, the bishop's trapped. That was a poison pawn. Yep. Fischer knows all about that one. Yeah, that one definitely reminds me of the Fischer-Spassky. So sneaky, so fast to recognize that that guy was poison. There's no way out with that pawn around there. White resigned. 3 games, 3 wins. And where are we at here? DrGrekenstein up there with 8. Is Alireza in there? Is Alireza playing? Maybe he's gonna late join. Okay, another game. Chess, FIS. Okay, maybe what is he doing? Some kind of every other game? Going uncastled? Well, that's a different approach. Ring around the rosy. Okay. It's still pretty closed, so okay, black trying to open things up there. But yeah, if white can manage to keep things closed, maybe this little this little journey with the king, you can get away with it. Okay. So what's the plan? There's a problem here if you take with the pawn. Knight takes c4. Whoops. There are tricks here? This feels like, well, look at whoa. What's that move about? I don't know what's going on. That was so weird. Rook there. Okay, how are you untangling here? You have to give up your queen. All right, I think black is going to get this one. Yeah. Not happening, Magnus. Not in this game, at least. 15 seconds, plenty. Okay, the doctor resigned. We went back 67 with that loss. Bortnik is in first, 17. Okay, next game. Gahan MG FM. Okay, back to some regular chess. Once more, kingside fiend Keto. I like that move. Try to extract a little bit more out of that B pawn. Some space, a window for the bishop. Some play for the rook as well in this case. An annoying target. Well, a sensitive point could be difficult to defend. At that point, you weren't quite threatening to take there because of this rook on c1 indirectly defending c4. But this is still a focal point. Also, a focal point for white is c6. Doesn't care about that pawn. Okay. Swipes the a pawn. Knight returns. Ooh, this guy is ready to run. Knight is hit. Oh, both knights are hit. Okay. Prepared to sacrifice the bishop for the queen, the pawn. Back rank mates are nearby, actually. Rook captures here. Yeah, if the king moved up. Mate on the spot. He had to block on f1. Yeah, this one's over. Ooh, mate in 2. Okay, the knight could throw in a spite check. Yeah, this is happening soon enough. A resigner. The doctor gets that one. Knight King flawless. Min Lee flawless. The top three are flawless. 21, 16, 16. Andrew Tang. Okay. What did I miss? B3 start. So it appears, early on at least, that he's picking and choosing which games to be silly with. This is a more serious game. Let us see. What was the story with this move? Wouldn't have that been a thing? Oh, actually, if you went there, the bishop backs up and you can't take the knight because there's still this pin. And you'd create some unnecessary weaknesses. Big weaknesses on f4 and d4. Nice move there, taking advantage of this pin. Challenging this knight here. White is up a piece, to keep in mind. But 4 pawns actually. 4 pawns for the knight right now is the imbalance. This knight now has a huge square. I don't know about the f4 move. Wasn't there maybe something better? This knight is enormous now. But this king is making some headway. If black can successfully get in g4, I think this can be problematic. The king put the pawns on light, the bishop is around on dark. Okay. Time, though. Ooh, the time. 25 to 5. Yeah, that hurts. That's too much to deal with. White in the end achieved a good position, but not enough time in the tank. Didn't find that balance of quality moves and playing fast enough. That's the big test in bullet. Okay. D5. Some more regular chess. I like it. Okay, we're still early on here. Gave up the big center. But what do you get in return? He has the bishop pair at least. All right. Got to challenge white's best pawn. H7 soon to be sensitive. Black is perfectly fine creating these dark square weaknesses. He's around to observe them. White has no dark square bishop, and now these guys are poking around here. A weakness. So now after this capture, this is an idea. It's forcing some concessions by white. The bishop returns to a4. Okay, careful now. The knight, you probably don't want to move. There's some tricks. Gobble up some pawns? No, he's going to hit the queen still. This is not there just yet. If the rook were to leave, maybe. He just grabs the material. Get the queens off soon. One sensitive point here. I have to watch out maybe for this. I'm not sure. Oh, that was hit. So just defend the pawn. All right. Yeah, you can't quite pull this one off. Maybe looking for some nice coordination. Yeah. Capture first or even a4. Both moves hit. Guess it doesn't matter the order. Black in the end is up 2 pawns and it's super clear now. Move the rook, push the pawn, nothing you can do. White knows it, throws in the towel, and a very fast pairing. Clown laughing at you, next opponent. H-pawn getting thrown at the clown. H-file ripped open. Where's this guy going to castle? Alright. Black is up a pawn, but yeah, this is a super disruptive move. Structure split. The queen is very active. G6 and E6 were hit. So, what does black want? Some trades. Get the queens off. It's avoided for now. Biggest square right now for black is the knight on D5. Best piece. It's a real killer. This piece right here. Ooh, that was a big blunder. Taking advantage of the pin, couldn't take back. Down a full piece. The doctor, can he fight back? On the clock, it's even. Any tricks? A little pause there by white. First time maybe playing against the champ. Nice. What's going on here with bishop f3? This nearby. Okay. I guess that threat was too much. Once the queen's off. Annoying knight. Trap the rook. No, that's not happening. Oh! He was expecting... That was a bad pre-move. He was expecting rook to d2. The bishop was cooked. Opposite color bishops, but the time. This is good for black. But the time. Can he do it? Gotta fly with the pawn. Looking for some time burners? Well, let's see how this finishes. Oh, he wanted queen there. Time. No time. The doctor goes down. The clown's laughing at him right now. Whoa, Min Lee, 28. You monster, you. I'm trying to see what the performance is of that. It's not coming up. Oh, okay. Sergei Zhigalko. The doctor's in 26th, by the way. 17 minutes into this titled arena. All right, so what's... This isn't quite the wing gambit. I'm reminded of the Evans gambit. Not quite, though. Anyhow, you get this valuable c3 move in with tempo. Expanding in the center next. Could force the queens off. He gets just that. Guess he's getting the piece back with that move. He's got the bishop pair. Is he looking for more? What's more here? Oh, he was considering maybe capturing the bishop in that position. All right. This is a real killer. The dark square bishop. It's clogging things up on the king side. How to complete development. Here, there's that. Okay, you're getting the pawn. You're winning a pawn. A second pawn now. Maybe a third soon. Okay. Bishop is secure. Yeah, that was a threat with this pin. Trying to undermine the knight next. King position is wonderful. Super cozy on b3. Get this knight away. Okay. Try to get this move in next. Oh, okay. That really shouldn't matter. Now he has, what, 3 pawns versus a knight? King is totally out of play. And these pawns are killers. Yep. Can afford to give up many pawns. Superior king position. Maybe even giving up the rook for the knight is possible at this stage. It's unnecessary. Okay, that one is toast. Zhigalko goes down. Okay, ooh, a double berserk game. Nice. Okay, Carlsen's in 22nd now. White with some space. Big square on d6. Yeah, cannot allow the knight to jump in there with 2 pawns supporting it. It was important to take that pawn out right away. Queenside is getting broken down. Oh, now this knight has to flee. Wondered if it was possible to take that b7 pawn. All right, queen's off, takes the f pawn, rook g4, hitting this g2 pawn can hit too. Okay. Look at that beefy center. Look at the king as well. Going after g2 now. Okay. Time. It's coming down to the time. No time for Team White. Ooh, that was a really fast pairing. Gannicus next. Gannicus 21. More regular chess by the doctor. He's in 32nd, even though he won that one. 32nd. Okay, I'm seeing out of the corner of my eye, Alireza just started a stream. Oh, 20 minutes in. Alireza's giving the doctor a 20-minute head start. What a guy. Okay. Is this guy not up for grabs? What's the story here? Why wasn't this e4 pawn captured? I'm not quite sure. They want to fall into any discoveries. These light squares are concerning me some. Yeah. F3. And this is covered by the queen. White's trying to maybe get at the f7 pawn in the process. Here and then here, or maybe continue to push. Is the queen toast? Oh, the queen is toast. She was trapped right there in that position. Oh, man. I was ready to play here. Okay, this one is over. Yeah, black resigned. Let's see. It's this guy. Can't go in and see the performances. All right, not in the game yet. Andrew Tang in second, Min Lee third, Naroditsky fourth. Okay, next pairing, Dmitry, IM. These guys have played many times under the DrGrekenstein account. All right. Hippopotamus setup. Throw all your pawns on the 6th rank. Where will there be a break? How will the center change? Okay, light squares. No, I'm not foreseeing some attack against the king. Okay. Full control over the only open file, that's nice. I guess paving the way for this. Controlling this square. The knight angling for d3, that's one of the best squares for the knight. This rook is clumsy. The queen is restricted as well. In the end, what can we say? Black is going to have the active versus passive rook, and he's going hunting immediately. And trying to do what next? Is this knight struggling? Actually, if it goes here, it's dead for the remainder of the game. This structure should pretty much go unchanged, so it would be a sidelined knight for the rest of the game. Actually, I mean, on its home square, all you need to do is watch over this point, and it's over. Actually, what are you doing about this idea? There's no good solution, nor is there any time. Brutal, man. Brutal. He's just getting mated. Yeah, well, what was running through my mind is just take the pawn first, but yeah, forced mates are nice as well. Andrew Tang, 41. He is on fire. The doctor, though, says, I'm in 7th. Platty 2. Number 6 versus 7. Alan Pickett. Ready to go queenside? Still keeping the options open. Does not want to see the knight arrive on c4. Black wants a knight on e6, and he's got that. He'd maybe even like to direct both knights on that square. Yeah, this is a point that must be challenged. I think that last move was important by Carlsen to take before Black was able to play here, exchange knights, and then replace it. That would be a huge, huge square for the knight. As it stands right now, it's clumsy. What does White want? Oh, the bishop. Okay, it wasn't quite trapped, was it? Nope. He's got control over the only open file again. Didn't that happen in the last game? Seeing a theme here? Oh, now he's trying to break things down. King captures the queen and the bishop. We're going to be a killer. This is hit yet again. Deflection. This is game over. Brutal, man. Gonna have mates. Wow. Okay. Yeah, again, going back several moves, that timely captured by Carlsen on e6, I think was very Very important. Okay. Mr. Tang in there. Okay. Ooh, Narditsky. Okay, e4, e5. Let's see. They've played these positions before. They've played this variation before, I'm pretty sure. Just some casual games. Opposite sides castling, poison bishop. Don't care too much about material. We want activity. We want open lines. G6 break, maybe nearby. Take the bishop, you unleash the rook. Your knight maybe has to go back home. Working into these light squares, this should be a very strong piece on d5, I would say. And then actually f6. Both of these squares are super juicy. So this is a reason why the knight is recapturing, to watch over the sensitive f6 square. What do we do now? Okay. Was that move not possible? Maybe queen takes d6 there? Okay, he could take the rook, although the knight is worth a rook. So maybe you could keep the knight around. Now he takes d6, threatening a fork on f7, only then recapturing. He is up a knight and a pawn, and this knight is super annoying. And not going anywhere, it doesn't seem. How do you get rid of it? There's going to be tricks right around the corner. You could simplify. Queen's going hunting. The knight doesn't want to budge. Get out of any tricks here. 10 seconds. Ooh, big time difference here. Might have a resigner next. E7 nearby. Clock not looking so bright. Okay. Narditsky goes down, and the number one guy, the slipperiest one around, Penguin. Mr. C9. C9, C9, 5 C9s. Okay, Cloud 9. All right, let's see. Possibilities for expansion in the center. F6 into E5. Queenside. This could have been a pretty disruptive move, I think, if Black had castled kingside. The pressure on that point here, and then White could maybe start looking at these light squares. Black has carved out a nice square on E4 right now and has both of their rooks contributing. So I'm expecting both to be contributing very soon, whereas these guys are really not playing. This is the big difference I see at a quick glance. Opening up this square for a knight, although... Oh, okay, he's getting the 2 knights for a minor piece. It's not looking too good for Mr. Andrew Tang. Could take, improve the king. He's trying to work at this pawn here. Mating net's nearby. Oh, what a slick move. That's a killer. That's a real killer, yeah. Bishop takes, king takes, and then this looks pretty. It's one of the ways. Okay. The wheels were in motion. Those two passed pawns. Well, it felt like he had 2 connected passed pawns there. Fast pairing now against John King. Mr. John King. First time I'm seeing John King play. He's taking some time out from that magic wall, Mr. John King. I think. International Master. Did not know that. Okay, this is supported. Very underdeveloped on the king side. Queen and bishop. Backed up on the development side. Black has the bishop pair. Can he complete development is the big question. This is under fire. The queen can maybe be under fire soon as well. Parting ways with the pawn. Ooh! Oh, I was thinking the rook... I didn't realize queen takes c5 was there with check. I was like, why are you hanging the rook on d8? Okay. Material. Black is up 2 pawns, has completed development, is picking up a 3rd, and yeah, that was a double attack. Nice defense with bishop to e6. Are there any tricks here? Yes, there's a trick on h3. What do we got here? That's a lot of pawns. Count them. 5 pawns for the bishop. Okay, and it seems like he's going to probably get some more material. Also the clock, not on John King's side. Okay, with that win, the doctor is in second. Okay, we're going to get another pairing. Be the king. All right. Number 16, be the king from not sure where. Be the king. Okay, Winnoir, variation of the French. Giving up the c2 pawn. There were dual threats there to take not only on c2, but that was the big one. The fork on c3. So super imbalanced early on with this one. It's going to get this pawn here. Oh, that's a nice shot. Interference. Cutting off the communication to the g5 point. Black is in the driver's seat, up a full knight and fully mobilized. And it's becoming more and more simplified here. I have to try and hang on to the tricky knight, but that's not happening. I'm giving this one to be the king. It's just too easy to play from here. Clock. Oh. Okay, well that was unnecessary, but this is still very good. 2 connected pass pawns, up 10 seconds. What more do you want? Be the king. 2790 bullet, 2645. Could also see the bullet right here. Okay. Not sure the technique, actually. It's not there. He really messed that one up. And actually, there was a mate threat. Okay. There was a better way to convert that. I am certain. All right. It didn't happen, though. The doctor gets away with the draw, and Alireza is his opponent. Alireza is berserking the world champion, and no berserk back. So let's see Alireza win with just 30 seconds. Alireza is in 16th. There's still plenty of time remaining. 127. Ready to maybe back that bishop up? Tricky knight on g3, no problems. This is a really nice queen post. A knight on this square is good too. What's the trick here? Oh, so sneaky. Queen takes rook, knight g3. Okay, 11 seconds to 29. A bishop versus pawn imbalance. The time, man, the time. It's going to get simplified. Alireza super duper fast. What was this move about? I don't know. Alireza takes that one. What happened there? Wow. Queen takes rook, followed up with c6. Guess it was a mouse slip. He's trying to bring his rook up and take the queen? And he moved that pawn instead, I guess. Were these the two squares that were... Rook takes here, or this pawn move? Maybe. Chalk it up, a mouse slipper, I'm guessing. Yeah. Queen takes rook, you don't pre-move next c6, so... All right, what's happening here? This bishop having a tough time. You need a break. f3 is the break. These guys are competing for the b6 square. Let's see, it's opening up some big square on d5. Solid here for black. Controlling this square. Knight on d5, you can't play right away. f7 would fall. All right, it's a strong pose for the knight. Better rook for Team White here. Black making some headway on the king's side. Pawns controlling light. This guy can help out Maybe looking for this next. They're in a pin. Looking for this still. Got to challenge that knight. Such a strong piece on d5. To go back, the rook is going back, not the king. King wants to maintain his strong post. Oh, going after the g-pawn first. Okay, now it's the king. 2 connected passed pawns soon. Look at the clock. Ooh, gotta win on position. Doctor has to win on position. He's way too slippery, man. And he is winning on position. He's getting a queen. Wow. Okay, that was quite the positional battle there, and a big game, actually. 1 and 2. 59, 49, a lot of 49s. 3 49s. Jungle Book, Sergei Zhigalko, and DrGrekenstein. Be the King again. Had a wonderful position. I thought he's going to convert that, no problems, but a draw in their first game. Knight versus bishop imbalance. You get the bishop. Which knight do you want to take it with? The less central one. Okay. Keeping pressure on the b3 pawn. This guy is protected. These kind of moves are probably not a good idea. Too weakening with still so many. Too weakening to the king position with still so many pieces on board. 2 connected passers for black. They're set back quite a way. That's very surprising why he pulled the trigger on that captures. An f6. Walked right into that. I think he was expecting maybe the knight to jump in. Maybe a poor pre-move. He is getting this. Queen takes rook. This is still a struggle. Yeah, I'm not even sure who's better at this point. I am sure. I like black here. 4 pawns for the knight, 3 pawns for the knight. A runaway pawn. Let's see. Perpetual check maybe nearby. The queen is there to cover that pawn. The king is hungry. He's there in time again. Is he able to just run that pawn up? This is the idea now. It should be a draw. Yeah, another draw between the doctor and be the king. Okay, where do we stand here? 59, 50, 49. Rebecca Harris in the top 3 now. Rebecca Harris, the opponent. Caro Khan. Okay. H5 on board. Doesn't care about that A2 pawn, huh? What's the plan here? Are we playing with this? No, he's looking for an open H file. He wants the G4 move in. These squares C4 and D5 are well under black's control. These kind of tactics are very close. Taking with the bishop, I think there's this first and then a recapture. It seems like white is there first to start some aggression against the king. Taking first on f7 check. Now he swipes the knight. Next this, and it feels like the king is able to comfortably hide. Could also block the check with the queen recapturing. So in betweener first. Okay, so he's going to take with the pawn. He needs to open a file. These guys have to enter. There's a big square for the knight. This idea of putting a rook on the b file is throwing the doctor into a think. Wants to fight for control. Also this move, maybe trying to do something over here. Giving up the knight, but you're getting this pawn. Jumping in here would maybe run into this move. No. The knight is cutting off the rook and the bishop from seeing directly in that variation. Knight, very powerful piece. Hitting here, defending there. What more can you ask of the knight? Beautiful piece. Setting up discovered attack. This is going to hurt. Taking the bishop with check. It seems like mates are nearby. The knight can block. There's a lot of ways to do it. Yeah, mate next, actually. Rook takes queen. Check mate. Wasn't played on the board. Narditsky resigned there. 61-52 now. Is Alireza coming up the ranks? Alireza's right there and maybe doing an all-out berserk. He's in 15th. Manchester United Pro next. An hour 20, just under. An hour 20 to go. Looking at the B4 square. Min Lee. Nice knight. And, well, not such a great bishop. How do we make progress here? Do we go for something like G4? No. He'd like this. Okay, he has something to play for. Or a target to pinpoint, I should say. E6, but black did well with that B6 move. There's multiple backward pawns in this position. But the bishop, it's a bad bishop, but it's covering very important pawns. This knight really doesn't want to stay here forever. White's angling for this. This is going to be the biggest piece soon enough. The bishop is watching over the knight. Now we have the G file being pried open. 1 point to watch over. Okay, he's getting this pawn. So what's the story here? After rook takes pawn here, hitting the queen, hitting this. You block with the bishop, you go into a pin. Okay. Guess that's the way to save the piece. Now the knight is hit. He's going at this point. He's going to get here. Queen takes e6 check. He's simplifying further. This is mate. Yeah, here there's this and then that. Same story after an exchange first. Okay, Min Lee throws in the towel. Still in second, the doctor. So aside from those first, I don't know, the first 10 minutes of this tournament, of him going uncastled, he's been playing some regular chess. Let's see. So we're getting a fork. Wow. Didn't want to give up this big pawn on d5. Isn't pulling the trigger just yet on knight to c2. Interesting. All right. Looking at f3 now. That one also surprises me. I think I would have dove in. Knight to f3 with the idea of trying to get to that g2 square. I guess there's king to h2 to interfere with bishop to h3. Anyhow, these are sensitive points. A strong knight on d4. This is a poison pawn. Rook on h1. That's going to be a problem. A mouse slip would have run into mate in 1. Okay. Got queen here. Could play g4. The queen can block. Okay, rook e8. A little back and forth. Okay, now the queen does a very good job. This little configuration, there's almost no checks. Good checks by the white queen with this queen here. Now setting up discoveries. Ooh, that's going to run right into mate. Could block here. He missed that move? He missed that. He had queen here. Oh, is that just... No, that doesn't even matter. You can exchange queens, check, check, and then checkmate. It's going to be a mating net with these 3 pieces with the queens off. Jungle Book next. Jungle Book. Not sure who Jungle Book is or where. Jungle Book 1 is from. Double Fee and Keto. All right. 2-1 majority in Black's favor. Challenging d5 in a blink. Likely to be symmetrical structure-wise. Yeah, very symmetrical. No imbalances to really speak of. Minor pieces, structure. Simple moves. Slow moves, I should say. Oh, very nice shot. Very nice. deflecting the king away from the queen. Although, wait a second. That queen is defended. That was a really slick variation, gotta say. I was thinking the queen wasn't defended, but there was more to that variation. Some pin action by the bishop. King here, there's this. You have to demote the knight. Black is in the driver's seat, being up 2 pawns, now just 1. Gets 1 back. Super bishop, though. Real killer. Tricky knight, 25 seconds apiece. He's getting this pawn. Watch out for the checks. This is where you want that rook. Not easy to get this guy rolling. Not at all. Knight's going to jump around a little bit. I think this one's coming down to a rat race at this point. King can try to make some progress. Okay. He's getting that pawn. I don't know how to call it. Who's got the faster mouse at this stage? Let's see. Jungle Book, does he have an Ultra Bullet rating? Holy smokes, 2800. Jungle Book, 2800 Ultra Bullet. That's cruising. This is going to be a draw. Wow. Okay, where do we stand here? Andrew Tang's in first, 65 with fire now. The Doctor's at 60, Jungle Book 60, Rebecca Harris 57. Rebecca Harris, the opponent. Another Caro Khan. You're going to revisit that variation? Maybe. No. D3 instead. Looking for some kingside attack, maybe. King's Indian attack. Okay, it has changed. Completely open D file. Being a bit aggressive with that G pawn. I guess he's prepared to go queenside. You could still go kingside. Or keep your options open. He's gearing up for F4. That could have been a tough trio to cope with. A blink away from squashing this bishop. An important E5 advance. Timely E5. Alright, so now these ideas are nearby. Okay, giving up our knight exchange, I should say. Oh, what's the story there? Follow-up move is going to be what? Oh, you took with the queen. Bishop C5 is a real killer. Oh, he's still setting this up. Ooh. Ooh. This hurts, man. Brutal. Queen takes, there would have been that. This is a killer. 2 different mate and ones. There's no way out. Creating a gap on this square, it doesn't matter. Queen would have it covered. 21 mover. What a sequence. Knight B5, kicking things off with then a sack on D6. That was slick. Pretty fast win there. Now we have the 1 versus 2, a big pairing with an hour 11 to go. Queen's Gambit declined. Tarash? Okay. Let's see. Nice target. That's the threat. Pinaroni here. Very uncomfortable to play queen there, but maybe necessary. Backed up now. Big lead in development for black. C5. Black insisting on trying to get at that E3 pawn still. Let's see. Give that knight a boot. Yep. Unprotected knight. Could be vulnerable. No G6. To move that crosses my mind. Try and keep that knight out of there. Well, all of a sudden white is now the side up a pawn and up on the clock. Knight is kicked. This pawn is hit. Knight on F3 has a responsibility. The rook is invading. This is a square. This is a square right here. A lot of pieces intersecting there. Knight takes knight would have been a blunder. You lose the knight on h4. The queen is invading. Oh, so fast. Killer. What was that final sequence? Rook takes knight. Nice shot. Brutal. Queen on dark. Bishop has the lights covered. Game over. A resigner from that position. Where are we at here? 69, 64, 64. Alireza and the doctor are tied in the tournament standings. We're getting a game. He's not in a game yet. He's not paused either. 3 64s. Okay, he's getting paired against Jungle Book 1. Ooh, this is a close one. Let's see. You gotta watch out for this square right here on e3. And that is square to watch over. How do we get this pawn back? Down a pawn. Feels like this guy should fall. This would be helpful to white. This knight is not a great piece. There might be some tricks here. If there aren't tactics, this knight is out of play with this structure alone. So he is breaking that structure up. Is this pawn going to fall? It seems like it's going to fall. He's got every piece ready to take it. And the bishop is hit. Okay, this pawn is toast. Yeah, this one should be going to white here. Yeah, especially with that. He's two. He was thinking just a king move instead of a queen block. Okay. The Jungle Book goes down. Alireza and the doctor won their last game. 68 with fire. Andrew Tang, 69, has lost 3 in a row. MSB2. Next opponent. Abenko, but you're not down a pawn. So you have some nice play. On the queen side, white is gearing up, I guess, for some king side play. Trying to get this move in. Okay. This is a nice square. A rook, a bishop. What's the story here? After captures... I mean... Oh. I didn't see that sequence. Wasn't seeing that the knight is there covering. 2 minor pieces now versus the rook and pawn. And excellent squares for the minor pieces. Wonderful homes. C5 and E5 seem to be under control. Okay, white's going for this, and just like that it ends. White's going for this, and just like that it ends. Yeah, remember that line. It's important. You learn a lot from it. Okay. Alireza, you doing an all-out berserk? Is he going to berserk him? No berserk game this time around. Alireza means business. He won their first game. It was a mouse slip, but I think Alireza was going to take that one. He's just too fast, even though the clock was on his side. Look at this. Look at this position. This is awesome. Nice imbalance structure. Minor pieces. How will things open up? Let's see. This knight is a struggling piece. He's the knight's scanning the board. He's like, where's a good home? I don't see any. So, where do you go, knight? White would love to see a move like that. Okay. So what's the story here after the capture? Oh, okay. Very interesting sequence there. Achieving a connected pass pawn in order to open up this bishop's eyes. In order to get this d5 break in. Position's opening up now. King on d2. White's up a pawn. Yeah, but that guy is toast. Trying to get a pass pawn over here, huh? 1 rook off. Activity for the rook. Oh, what a killer. What an absolute killer. Wow. Up on the clock and position. A full bishop. Mr. Alireza may be jumping into the #1 spot. after this game. Although there's still work. He was in the tank there for a second, and that may have cost him some. He's trying to get a check-in and then block here. Wow, the clock. It's a rat race. Oh, it comes down. It's a draw. Whoa. Okay, the doctor is in first. Alireza is in second, and there's an hour to go. All right. Fasten your seatbelts. Rebecca Harris. Let's see if Rebecca Harris can get him back. All right. Interesting beginning there. What do we do? All right, we get the wheels in motion here. So it looks like a Panov-Botvinnik attack where the queen is a bit misplaced. The isolated queen pawn position. The queen will feel uncomfortable eventually. Oh, tricky stuff happening. There's a trick happening maybe after this. There was that. Not 100% sure, but some idea to maybe get into the H2 square. Fishing pole like. All right. Or Siberian trap, I believe. Not quite sure it was there, but those deflection tricks. Anyhow, where are we at here? Symmetrical structure. Completely open center. And the follow-up here? You can't defend the knight? What's the story here? Wow, in the end, that was beautiful. Seeing just a little deeper. In the end, that little fork on the 7th rank. So, how do things stand now? White is, well, it's now balanced. This should be Team White's. Yeah, 2 connected pass pawns are too much. The only thing you have to watch out for is a quick check and then a block, and that very thing is happening. Careful where you go at your king. You don't want to go here. Promotion with check. So now it's a queen ending, which White should be able to get. Yeah, now the queens are off. Okay, that would have been tough even if Black ducked that immediate queen exchange. The doctor gets that one. Rebecca Harris resigns. Where are we at here? Grekenstein 76, Alireza 73. Toivak 3 is in third. Penguin right on his heels. Toivak 3. Let's see. All right. Opened F-file. That happened fast. Kingside castle, and the rook is immediately happy for both sides. Maintain the post on F4. Okay. Weak pawn on E3. D5 is hit with check. Careful now. Is he going to lose? I think by force he's losing a pawn. Okay. Knight F7 is what he came up with there. So White is in the driver's seat. Needs the queens off. Okay. It's out of the pin. Black has coordination. Down on time, though. Oh, the bishop short on squares. The bishop close to dead. Oh, he's going to get the bishop. Maybe. I didn't see the knight move. I thought the bishop here and then this. Not so fast. Knight there. Nice move. Tempting to just say, oh, there's only one square for the bishop. Let's go there. That would hurt. B6, C5. 20 seconds apiece. Balanced material-wise now. Better bishop for White. Fighting over E4 now. Bishop controlling the knight. Okay, the structure is in White's favor. This bishop cannot target these pawns. Yeah, this is gonna. He might throw in some sneaky move here. He could take the pawn now. Yeah, that was gonna be really, really tough. The doctor goes down. Let's see how that changes things. Alireza is in third. Look at this top. Whoa, 76, 75, 75, 73. Jungle Book next. Once more, what do we have here? Queen takes on d4. No. Knight f6 after d4 was there. Okay, so half opened d file for white. This makes me think more about queenside castles. King safety, rook activity in one swing. f5 nearby, opposite sides. Let's break down the king position. Can we do that? Killer pawn. Very tough to deal with. It's still there, breaking down the dark squares, so f6 does not want to see a white pawn break things open. White may be trying to get in g5 next. Secure the center first. Does he even care about this pawn, or is he just going to go all in on the king side? He cares about it. There might be this next. No, but the knight would be hanging, so rook there supports the knight, prepares this. White does not want to see b5. A little fight over this advance. Black trying to get it in. He has it in now. He's doing it as a pawn sacrifice. Wants a half-open b-file. Has an open b-file. Also, the queen is targeting a3, some defense needed. Deflection, the king is ready to... I thought he was ready to flee in this direction. I didn't see the queen block. He's going to find some shelter. This is a strong piece. Time, 15 seconds for black, 25 for white. Covering f2 now. Chipping away at this pinned bishop on d3. Follow up? The king should be able to hide. Yeah. Should be able to hide, I'm thinking. Oh, that was check. I was like, isn't the rook able to go there? Queen b3 was hitting with check. It's all happening way too fast. Rook lift. Some rook lift. And we're getting a rook exchange. And the clock. Ooh, okay. I think a lot of time was spent maybe by black trying to find a way to get this in. White was pretty quick with quickly recognizing the idea there, and yeah, okay. Samsar 42. Let us see. The doctor's in second. Toivak is in first. All right. So, ooh, struggling knight. No, he has the d6 square. White is up a pawn there. Yeah, these positions, what to say about them? I don't know. Very high win percentage for the doctor. In these structures, I mean, he's up, of course, some material, but structure alone, these static positions, it's good with all positions, but these, yeah, he's just not even going to go any further. That's a second pawn white just picked up. Throws in the towel, Samsar 42, and Mr. Andrew Tang says, do not forget about me. 81 with fire, 80, 79, 77. Alireza is still there. Sergei Zhigalko as well. Rebecca Harris again. Karo Khan this time by Narditsky. Black wants the queens off. It's avoided. Some pawn hunting. Very beginner-like, but let's see. You could get away with a lot of stuff in bullet chess, can't we? This should be perfectly fine for black. A stable square for the knight on d5, and no issues I'm seeing with completing development. Breaking down white center now. Potential tricks maybe on g6, unmasking the rook, but we'll see. Want some exchanges? Okay, so if queen captured, there would have been some fancy knight move. Not quite seeing what that move would have been exactly. Taking like this, he opened up the rook. He wanted to keep the pin as well, maybe. The knight can fall back here. Maybe the queen simply ducks. Nor we get the two rooks versus the queen. Okay. Time, 16 seconds for Rebecca Harris. It's going after f2. He wants a couple pigs, also hitting the bishop. Okay, that's the way to scoop up the bishop. There's a check here. Cover your back rank. Yeah, he has the coordination. The knight is defended. He plucked that a pawn. What a guy. Okay, 6 seconds. A lot of work here still. Okay, the knight is falling. Yeah, I think this is going to go Narditsky's way. Yeah, he's going to be too fast, I think. We'll see. Oh, he could still win. Oh, he took the pawn. He could have been a sneaky guy. I think Narditsky was going to be really fast moving the king if you wanted to try and win that position. Carlsen still could have won that one, even though he only had a bishop. Okay, I am straw. Tang 90 is in first. Toivak second. The doctor is in third. Benko Gambit. A quick advance in the center. All right. What's that H file opened up, huh? Caveman attack by Mr. I Am Straw. All right. Let's see if he gets that attack. Knight here would be a blunder because of takes, and then queen takes rook. So if you want to develop, you have to initiate the exchange first on a6. Bishop returns to this square. On a6. Had to initiate. Okay. The rook to e6 is a move. The rook is defended. Knight is now hit. Whoa! Whoa! Oh, that was a big miss. This is leading to mate. 2, 3. Ouch. I don't think that was a mouse slip or something. Maybe he wanted to go all the way back home? Maybe. I don't know. Or it was just a blunder. Dmitry Andreikin. So, okay. Forget about the standings. We'll see it after this game. 53 minutes to go. Doctor's in third. Has a center, and it's moving. Kicking the knight away to a5. c4 is a nice square, though. I take the knight. No, the queen was defending the knight there. Some security for the knight. Now pressure on e5. Oh, big miss. Whoa! Whoa, both players missed this. They're still missing it. Sometimes that happens. Yep. That move is there for a couple turns now. One. Yeah. He saw it the second time around. Okay. 94, 87, 84. Alireza 80. We're going to get another pairing. 52 minutes to go. Anyone's tournament. Okay, Alireza. Berserk mode for Alireza. Let's see. Going to get in c5 or not? c5 is in there. Have to challenge these guys in some ways. Is there going to be an accident on this square? Maybe. Some security over e6. Swiping the knight. Whoa, in-betweeners. Oh, man. Super sharp. What in the world happened there? 22 seconds. 20 seconds for white. If you don't know what to say, just stare at the clock. All right, can we get the queens off? Base points covered. These are the two sensitive points. Trying to kick the queen away. Establish the queen on the dark squares. Okay, tricks. Wants the queen in there. Probably shouldn't have allowed that sequence there. Alireza back 10 seconds, opening up this diagonal now towards the king. Okay. Possibilities for mate. Queen has responsibility. Oh, he just hung the queen there. Maybe wanted at this point, yeah. Yeah, he wanted queen to f3, I'm assuming. Alireza goes down. Tang, 98 with fire. Big game. Yeah. If you're gonna win, you have to knock this guy out, Mr. Andrew Tang. He's got fire. He's up 7 points over the field. Who's going to do it? B5 is opened up for the knight. Queen is very short on squares. Is he prepared to give up the queens in this variation? What's happening here? It's queen on b4. Okay, not yet. Perpetual against the queen, unless the queen comes over here. I guess that's a possibility. Is this nearby? This move with then this, and then maybe that, and then... I don't know. She's really short on squares. Okay, she's like, get out of here. There's too many minor pieces controlling too many squares on the queen side. Can I just go to the king side? Give me a moment to breathe. Okay. What is happening here? Bishop pair for black. Strong knight for white. Still harassing the queen. Will she ever find a safe haven? Nobody knows. Okay, two connected pass pawns. They're set back. Big square for the knight. I like white's position on the clock. And position. This is secure. This guy should probably get rolling. Everything's covered. This knight is enormous. Yeah, I do not think this one is going to end well for the doctor. These nothing type moves that have been happening. Although that's not a nothing move. Just won a piece. Oh! Time, though. I don't think there's going to be... You have to win on position, and I just don't see that happening against the slipperiest guy around. No, that's mate, actually. He's so fast. Okay, well, that's a big win. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wins in a row. Mr. Andrew Tang, slow down. He is on fire for sure. Knight King 96. The doctor's back. 16. Whew. 48 minutes to go. Space Invader pawn. Long term. Hopefully this guy turns out to be a problem. That's what he wants. Problematic pawn on h6. Could take here. He's okay with this queenside pawn being snipped, I guess. Okay, watch out for discoveries. It's uncomfortable for the king. Okay. Wow, look how fast that was played. I don't care if you hit me with a discovery. They're all terrible. That's what he's saying. He's saying, show me again. Show me your wonderful discovery. Okay, that's all you got? All right. So I guess it wasn't a big deal. Any of those knight jumps? No problemo? Okay. Who cares about the A pawn? I got a C pawn. Let's push him. This is going to be a big square for the bishop. I don't see the h6 pawn being a big problem. Maybe in some variation there could be a... Once this pawn moves, maybe that, and this guy bolts. Let's see. That was being geared up next. Yeah, this pawn still is playing a role. I think black wants the king out of here, so there's no longer these back rank mates. Okay, he's going for this tightrope walk. Time. Ooh. He found a way out, but the time. Knight king is very fast, though. Ooh. Carlsen is down a piece and a pawn. 2.5. Yeah, this is too big a difference with the clock times at this point. Yeah, and just have to duck the mate. Mate in 1 threats. Get the rooks off and then get the queen. Okay, yeah, the time difference was just way too much at the point where Knight King was up a bishop and a pawn. Okay, Andrew Tang lost a game. Opening things up maybe for these guys right here. All right, another game against I Am Straw, who took that first game. There was that queen, some queen move to c6, blundering the knight. Okay, what do we have here? Queen's Gambit declined. Some space for white. Okay, he's giving up a pawn. White has a lead in development. This guy, how do we activate this guy? Setting up a battery. If you have to play that move, then h6 would fall. Queen might be trapped. Feels like she might be trapped soon. Okay, that's a nice move. Queens are exchanged now. Black is up a pawn, looking to now disrupt the bishop. Okay. Yeah, okay. It doesn't quite feel like black is up a pawn because these two pawns clamp down on these three. So, okay, and now it's a very locked position. I'm not quite sure how to break it down. Oh, that's a way to break it down. The bishop slipping into b8. Deflecting the rooks from the b7 point. So now, king and pawn ending. What is he going to do? He's going on the offensive. Oh. This should be squeaky clean, is my guess. Setting this up. Yeah, you can't go into a king and pawn ending. Too easy to play at this point. These two moves happening next. Okay, big game. 1 versus 3. I think the doctor's on fire. Won his last 2 now. Let's see how this goes. 44 minutes remaining. Big game. No great imbalances here. Well, slight lead in development for black. Let's see. Bishop pair for black. Take the knight. Maybe play against the structure. Okay. It's keeping the bishop pair. This knight has a good square. King side now getting developed. The king does not fear coming out to c3. Good coordination between structure and bishop. Keep things nice and solid. He's going with this. So this is a sensitive point. We might be having a draw here. Poison pawn. I think that would have been a poison pawn. So maybe a draw. Yeah. With still so much time remaining. Yeah, a draw offer with that one. A draw on board. So no fire for either of them. Alireza choosing to not berserk. Maybe he's doing in every other game berserk against the doctor. He's in 4th. Not quite sure what his point total is. All right. This is going to have some pressure on it, I'm expecting. Rook on c1 soon. Yeah, he is able to take there with then rook c1, also b4 to follow. Good eye. Very nice. Wow, so sneaky. No good discoveries by the knight. The bishop's covering the rook. Once more, no good discoveries. He's going in with knight e6 with the follow-up what? Taking on f5. No good follow-up? I guess not. Bishop pair for black. Black is also up a pawn. The bishop is hit. This bishop a4 move is... I think I've missed it every time it was played in this tournament. It was played a couple times in one game. Just a very unnatural diagonal for that light square bishop. Anyhow. Pressure on the knight. It's taking the rook there. Rook and 2 bishops versus 2 knights. Yeah. Up a rook. Maybe better stated. Okay, Alireza. A lot of that one was just a complete blur to me. I'm being perfectly honest. Okay, in the end, the doctor goes down, or excuse me, the Alireza goes down. 107, 103, 94, Platty 2, Alan Pickett, who is streaming right now. 41 minutes to go. The tournament still up in the air. Okay, yeah, that's not something black should really be allowing. The knight on c6, queen on c7, that trick is almost always there. So now we have a nice clamp over the d5 break and the bishop pair. Some long-term positive for white. This knight wants to get into d4. White's trying to make that difficult. Maybe Maybe at some point, white could even consider playing f5 just to stop that pivot. He has just picked up the exchange. The queen is now hungry. The knight is hit and pinned. e6 is available, but this pawn is ready to fall. The knight is in reverse. h4 is defended. You take, maybe even go here. What do you do? You're fine with that capture. Poison pawn. That would hurt. Rook g2 in reply to queen takes g3. Go back all the way if you want, just to defend stuff. Another check thrown in. Queen on f3. Covers a lot of good squares. Too slow approach. Maybe wants rook h5. He's down on the clock. The doctor's down on the clock. Wants a queen exchange. I think he's going to get that. The queens were forced off. What a nice in-betweener. Oh, rook takes f6. In-betweeners, man. I love that. Rook e6. You're not getting my rook after I take your queen. I'm giving a check first, and then taking your queen. Okay, plat e2 goes down. 109, 103, 96. 13 back, but the only one on page 1 with fires the doctor, and he's paired against Andrew Tang. Another big game. I think every one of these games will be big from here on out. Let us see. Okay with the knight for bishop exchange? I guess so. Center is now opening up. These guys should be happy about that. All right, where's the safe square for the queen? This can be a move. You wouldn't want to do something silly like that. Queen would be dead. Okay, no immediate recapture right here. Queen b6 played in a blink. Nice centralization by white. Nice knights. Black has more open files towards the white king, however. And piece sacrifice on b3. Okay, this is getting super sharp, shutting down the bishop. The king is ready to flee, and I think the king will be able to flee along the light squares. He has an eye on g2. Okay, queen is hit. Couple accurate moves here by white, and I think he should be able to take this one. These knights and bishops, good defenders. This should be good news. Getting some more exchanges in. Is he just going to win the queen? He's ready to win the queen. Down on the clock. If it's not going to be mate, white's taking it. White does take it. The doctor goes up. Tang goes down. And he is at the 100 mark with fire. 37 minutes to go, just shy of 600 players in it. Sergei Zhigalko, another streamer. Let's see. Quick attack against f7. Fried liver? No fried liver? Okay. Wasn't the fried liver possible there? Okay, the fried liver declined maybe, if I have that opening right. Is that a thing? The fried liver declined. You know how ridiculous that must sound to those who are completely new to the game? The fried liver declined. Alright, anyhow, enough talk of the fried liver. What's this guy doing over here? Okay, we need to support the d-pawn. Looking at the c5 square? No, he's looking at the a7 pawn. Okay. Can we get like 4 moves in here and go for that? That is what you call too far-fetched. Although, maybe there's still a way to peel open the h-file. Dark squares, knight on f5. Oh, that's a beauty. Looking at that e3 square, he wants to get it in. He wants that square. He's got it with a fork. Don't take the rook. Do something else first. Okay, I think it's usually a good idea to hold off one move, but it's bullet. We got to go fast. Okay, he's up a full rook at this point. Zhigalko resigns. A quick pairing. Hang on. 104. He's only 5 back now. Whoa. Okay, Samsar 42. Next opponent. Let us see. Have to activate that bishop. How are we doing this? This can be a super duper sensitive square on c6 if b5 is in. Prying at e5 at this point. Strong, strong piece. Okay. He's got to play a little bit slower, starting with c6, backing up, maybe next. Wow. That was such a big decision and played so fast, giving up the strong knight on e5 for the light square bishop that seemed to be doing nothing. Just to maybe, well, not just, but I mean, you gain a little bit something with this b pawn. I was able to have the black pawns disjointed. The black rooks not really contributing in this position. What more is going on? The clock times. The c6 square. Have a fork there. Oh, look how beautiful that would look, right? Bishop takes. What a killer that would be. Okay, oh, he's doubled up on the clock. This is not going to end well. Okay, he has caught fire. I mean, he's really on fire here. That's 5 in a row. He's got 108. He's just a point back. Rebecca Harris. Rebecca Harris is trying to extinguish him. Let's see. Knight is in a pin. Can we get this pawn right back? Not so fast. White needs to hang on to that pawn. All right, I think you have to get this break in, I'm assuming. Okay, what's the story after that? Okay, you could take on that square first. Okay, so we have to get in f6. Or no, b6 is still available. You could go with b6, but not, okay, b6 and b4. That's why a3 is in there. a3 is there to secure the c5 point. So now there we go. This is the way that the rooks are activated. He took with the knight, so now the e5 pawn falls. f2, f2, f2. This is a pin. Oh, that is... Wow, look how quick, man. He knows he could throw a third piece on it, and you could only ever defend it with 2. Brutal. Look at that beast of a bishop on c5. Absolute monster. Wow. Absolute monster. Oh, there's still the pin. Oh, man, this is toast. Brutal. Okay, he's in the end, once he gets this rook back, he's going to be up 2 pawns, and this knight, way too clumsy in the end. Alireza, big game. Doctor with that move is in first with fire. Wow. Alireza, I'm not sure how many points back. He's right on his heels. Alireza is 8 points back, so big game here for Alireza to shave the lead to only 4 and extinguish the doctor. He could then go on a big winning streak. He is always capable of that, no doubt. All right. Is this guy going to get rolling? Okay, e4 is opened up for a knight. e4 and c4 are 2 appealing knight jumps. This is a nice configuration. Look at that bishop post on c3. I love it. Bishop on c3. There's more happening too in the long-term sense, right? We want to get this majority going, but at the same time, we don't want to drop a pawn. Black is up a pawn. Can he win? If the king could get to this square, well, I think white can afford to have the rooks exchange if you get the king here, but black is clearly in the driver's seat. Structure, bishop is good. More active rook, up a pawn. It's maybe the biggest of all. And soon, better king position. So everything is tipping in his favor. The clock time's about equal. B5. Yeah, white resigned. Everything about this position is excellent for black. Everything. Okay. Big loss for the doctor. Big win for Alireza. 112, 112, 109. 1 versus 2. Andrew Tang, again. Let's see. They are revisiting this variation. Is he going to give up e5? They're once more going for this variation. Maybe in this position after knight... Okay, he's going for this instead. The fracturing of the queenside pawns. And now he has this guy in his crosshairs. The c3 pawn. Okay. Oh, nice little pin right there. You take in between or no? Taking would not work. All right, so now... Okay, the last time they played, it was a draw. They ended up opposite color bishops. They had a ton of material still. Yeah. Okay. It could once more. There might be another draw offer. No, I mean black is the one playing for something here with the. Yeah. This is a draw. I'm pretty sure this is a draw. Although that's a big. Yeah, that was a big move, right? No, the king had to come over to stop that pawn. This is a win. This is a win. The king will get this pawn. These two restrict these three. There's no way for the bishop to be posted such that h3 is defended. Take this pawn, step aside, and let the pawn run. This bishop defends here, stops that. The king is glued to the is responsible for stopping this passer. That was going to be a win. So Andrew Tang resigns. A big win for the doctor. Alireza again. Okay. Knight on b3. I just covered a game with this variation where the knight went to b3. That oldie but goodie game. Fischer, Unzicker versus Fischer. Okay, the structure has changed a bit. Majorities. King side majority for black, queen side for white. It's moving and fast. The white pawns take this pawn. Yeah, I feel like it. Oof. Black needs something in fast, and I just don't think that it's there. The killer bishops, 2 pawns, more trades happening. Yeah, something went wrong fast. The c5 move. Having to meet c5 with queen going back home, that right there is already telling a big story with the open position. A huge win, 116 now with fire, the doctor in first. Okay, under a half hour to go. Symmetrical structure. Big piece on c6 needed to be challenged. Big square for the knight on b6 potentially. Yep. Rook here, tempting to maybe go to the open file, but anticipating rook c7 needs to defend b7. Ooh, lands a fork Aroni. This is not going to go well. Yeah, I think that's a good quick resign. There's no way to generate counterplay by black. He's just down a clean exchange, and this rook is a clown. Not going to be able to contribute. So 116, 112, 27 minutes to go. Can still be caught. Drop stone next. This was his first opponent. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so now I like black's position. Is he gonna get this in? Okay, maybe I don't like black's position. I'm not quite sure. What made me think that a bit earlier was when the bishop was on c3 and the c pawn was obstructed. Seems like black has a nice central presence. It's a slick move. Queen takes pawn right away. There could have maybe been the capture on d4, create an isolated pawn, and then target it. Ooh, the b pawn is down. Can he stir up some trouble? Both kings don't have the safest shelter. Balanced material-wise. Balanced on the clock. Trying to get 2 rooks on the second. He's going for this. Is there an immediate fork? Both rooks are unprotected. Ooh, it feels like he should be able to. Yep, there's the fork. It's going to go down again. He should resign. He resigned. He's opening things up for the others. Andrew Tang, just a point behind Toivak with fire, 113. A win by Toivak, and he is in first. Jumping 2 spots. Alireza in 4th. Alireza has lost 3 in a row. Jungle Book 1. Okay. See this a lot by Carlsen, this e4, e5, d4. Why not? Opposite sides castling. So he's played this against Naroditsky is one of the games I'm thinking about. Once more, poison pawn. Opening in the center. Bishop b5 and... Okay. This is under control, the e6 break. The bishop has it. Queen? Oh, is she trapped? I think the queen is trapped. Okay. Wow. Look at the decision there, right? Okay, you could take my queen, but at least give me an open H file. Maybe I could do something there. Okay. A rook and 2 pawns versus a queen. Yeah, okay, he resigned. Wow. 3 losses in a row. He's no longer in first. 117. Okay, Rebecca Harris. 117 is in first. Rebecca Harris looking for the first W against DrGrekenstein. Let's see. Opposite sides castling. White is up a pawn. Seems like he will be able to get some open file towards the king. Backward on development. Watch out for the tricks. Knight d3 is the threat. Real think here. It's not easy. Oh, the knight is in a pin. If you move the knight, mate on d1. Sheltering. Stopping queen to a7. Knight to a6 is. Some sacrifice here. Bishop takes h3 is there. Yeah, okay, so he's probably gonna rook takes here, queen takes f3. Discoveries, there's some slick mate nearby I'm expecting. Where's the slick mate? No slick mate. The queens were in tension in that variation. Didn't even realize that. Okay, he's up. The doctor is up a rook. And up on the clock. Okay. This pawn is no problem to track down. No resigner. Just playing on out of momentum. Okay. Look at this top 3. 118, 117, 117. Photo finish incoming. Alireza 112 with fire. Wow. Just a game away, Alireza, from joining the club. All right. A familiar variation. Let's not get our queen trapped this time. Okay. She has some squares. A thorn pawn on h6. We've been here before. Look at how far these pawns have gone. Now if we could only get a knight here, right? That would be beautiful. Okay. Bishop takes bishop. What do? We get an exchange in. This should be excellent for white. This knight could get pushed around. Beautiful knights. Space. Queen still on. Back rank issues at some point can surface. This can happen. Oh, look at the tricks. A knight move. Hitting the rook. Threatening mate. Picked up the exchange with that variation. E4 is hit. Crashing through now. Knight takes pawn. No problem. My pawn is hungrier than your knight. Could still take the bishop, maybe. Oh, maybe not in that variation. Knight takes knight could hit with check. What's the material? I lost track here. It's no longer. White is no longer up the exchange. It's down a pawn. Can pick this guy up whenever. There's more important things to do, like improve your knight, get him to g5, get these pawns rolling. No good solution here. Look at the clocks. Forget the position. 3.8. Brutal. Check, advance, discover, check. Blocks that, but these guys are killers. You're not getting rid of them. He's in a giant box. Yep. 0.7. Picked up the rook there. 0.18. Okay. Down on the clock, Jungle Book, and position. DrGrekenstein, 120 with fire. Tang, 119 with fire. Toivak, 117. Alireza, 116. Just a game away. Are we going to get Alireza? No. Toivak, 3 with 20 minutes to go. Wow. Let's see. Down a pawn. White's down a pawn. Has a lead in development, though. Keep the queens on? No, the queens are off. The material's regained. The bishop is magnificent on f6. The white rooks are better than the black rooks. Maintain the bishop post. Pawn on a4. No b5. Flight square for the king. Careful about this diagonal. Tricks against this point. If this bishop is not defending, this pawn on f7 is in a pin. Rook is hit. Where do you find the rook? Oh, a draw is agreed. I thought he resigned, thinking that no matter where the rook goes, there's going to be some... he's going to win the exchange. Okay, a quick draw. Interesting. Ooh! Andrew Tang is now in first. He has fire. The doctor has been extinguished. Rebecca Harris, next opponent. Here we are. It's sharp early on. Rook takes pawn. Rook here is very annoying. How to untangle exactly. Okay. Opposite color bishops. He wants the rooks off. We might have a draw soon. You can't avoid the rook exchange. f6, king f7. It's still... Okay, he's going to try to still keep something on. Keep the rooks on, if possible. Yeah. He's getting a pawn, though. He's up 2 pawns. I think this is... This king has to get activated. Oh, what a slick move. He's keeping this king stuck. Wow. Over here. Over here. This should be a draw. Can he make a quick bolt over here? No, the bishop is too slick. He's making a break, though. No, one of these pawns is going to be passed. No, this should be... Oh, so slick. If bishop takes, then a pawn push. He's got this covered. Yeah, this should be a draw. We're going to have a draw offer. This is a draw. Time. I'm saying this is going to be a draw. Too fast. Repetition. Draw on board. Okay, quick glance. 127. Tang is on fire. 4 wins in a row. 17 minutes to go. Wow. Let's see. F4. Okay, he dives right into E6. You take the knight. You're going to have to deal with the connected pass pawn. Light squares. Light squares. Very weak for black. Big square on E4. Hits the knight first. Bishop on C3. The knight is under control by the bishop. Swiped. Rook exchange. He wants this pawn to push through. Or he's going to gobble up some pawns. Keeps the rook on. He's sick of the opposite color bishop stuff. Also, I mean, objectively, I mean, it's just the right thing to do, I believe. You have the more active rook. Don't go too far. That could sting. Another check. Oh, so fast. Look at that sequence. Boom, boom, boom. And your rook and your bishop is cooked. King can step up here. That's covered. Check, rook here. Okay, we're going to have mate soon. Doesn't have to be mate soon, but it's going to be mate soon, I'm guessing. Or a resigner. We're going to have a resigner. A resigner on board, 16 minutes to go. 127, 125. Okay, is that game going to finish up? It looks like Andrew's going to take it. And we're going to get that pairing. Oh, okay, we're in a game. I think Andrew's maybe gonna lose that game. I don't know. Min Lee. Min, if you want to know how strong this tournament is, just look at this number right here. Number 11, when you see Min Lee on page 2. Minley has won this event at least once. Fantastic player. Okay. Yeah, 3055 and you're on page 2. Quiet position, slightly better for black, controlling this only open file. Has the better knight. I said slightly better, I think clearly better, actually, with the 2 different knight jumps and the quick coordination that can surface against f2 with the knight and the rook. Black's going to have the active rook. Ooh, he's really in the tank. Yeah, he just... Ooh. Queen's dead. Okay. 129, 127. Andrew lost, I believe. And we are just a game away from the doctor being in first. Wow, every game is super, super critical. What a sneaky move to throw in there. Maybe to, low risk, high reward, maybe catch black in a pre-move, take the knight. I mean, I think objectively there's something to it as well, to put the rook on a square where maybe knight b5 can hit with tempo. Anyhow, white is up a pawn. Queenside play for black. Open files are there. Trying to get the light squares. He's going to get some light square action. Maybe the in-betweener, no in-betweener. This allows for this knight to now be under control. King step up. Maybe target this pawn. Wants the queen on c4, where she hits everything. Maybe he doesn't even care about if this pawn falls. It'd be out of the way of the white queen. Okay, now he's going to be in a pickle. The Jungle Book one is going to be in a pickle soon. Yeah, this is killer. Absolute killer. Look at the queen conveniently defending this pawn as well. Even if the knight gets here, this guy's got it all covered. The knight is super hungry. It's too easy now. Too easy. Pac-Man mode knight. And the knights are exchanged. We should have a resigner here. A resigner and not first place. Yes, first place, 131. 131 is Andrew in a game. It just finished. We're getting that pairing. Does it get bigger than this? Let's go away from the game, right? Okay, we have a French defense. I'm so excited I can't even name this opening here. This is too fun, man. Having too much fun. Play c4? No. Take first and then c4. Just a little bit more simplified. What more is c4 is doing? What more is c4 doing? Stops knight d5. Maybe. We have a pin on the c file. Give the knight a boot. Let us see. Strong piece. It's being challenged. White's preparing to double up. Exchanging rooks first, only then recapturing. Bishop on c3 eventually. Duck the knight exchange. Maybe bishop d4. Okay. Pass pawn. b4, king b2. You should be safe, right? If you have to move your b pawn. Oh, killer move. Nice interference. Nice in-betweener there. If rook takes bishop in that variation, the rook would have come down there. The queen had this square. White is up a minor piece, has full control. This pawn is under control. Looking for maybe this move. How do you get this pawn? Okay, that's how you do it. Perfect coordination now. Let's see. You got to win on position. Not much I know. He's too fast. Black resigned. Oh, the queen went down. Big game. Under 11. The doctor's up 4. 135 with fire. 10 minutes to go. Andrew can come back in a blink. Sergey Zhigalko, next opponent. I guess I missed an Evans Gambit. Oh, okay. That's how you defend f7. That wasn't available. So queen d7 is the way. Knight is hit. And what do we do about this? This is some nice pressure here. Nice pressure. Black's up a pawn, but under pressure. Takes. Takes first. Can we get castled? We are now castled. Once more. Look at how quick these moves are played where, you know, you got all discoveries. No problem. No worries, huh? It's that easy. Okay, you take with the rook. There's maybe two different knight moves. Not sure. 100%. Okay. Where are we at? Two bishops? Two bishops versus two knights. Big square for a knight on f6 and d6, maybe c5. These are two big gaps. Flight square and a potential battering ram. Queen hitting two pawns. Is she going to go hunting? All right. If you have to take like this, this could be a problem. Okay, wants the queens off and is going to get that or a pawn. He gets the pawn and saves this guy. Time, though. Time. The doctor's down on time. 10 seconds. That pawn is fast, though. It's covered. Important detail, right? You can't go here. Queen there would be mate. Wow. Wicked. Mate on board. Wow. So slick. The queen and knight. This knight especially. What a tricky guy. Unreal. 139, 134, 126. So tough to duck those checks. What a pest. Okay, we've been here before. Naroditsky and Jungle Book 1. We're getting into these variations. These structures. Okay, whoa, wow. Okay, I guess this isn't any problem, right? You're super cozy on D2. The bishop has your back if there's a follow-up check. All right. 47 seconds apiece. This is your new home, I'm guessing. Yep. Super bishop. I don't know what to suggest here for black. How do they cause some problems? You could get the queens off. Maybe. Get a rook off. Queen on e4 looked good too, although I guess there would be queen to g5. The check. Queen e4 now, f4. Aha. And we once more don't care about discoveries. Less to calculate in that case. The bishop, only bishop moves to watch over are the ones that retreat and defend the rook. Yeah, this should be over. Up a full bishop and on the offensive is white. And up on the clock. 7 minutes to go. This could be the deciding win right here. He gets this W, I don't know, unless Andrew's doing something amazing, which is certainly possible. Yeah, these guys, this knight has been under control for a while now. He has the c4 square. One check, no good follow-up. Black resigns, and where are we at? 143. He's up 7. Andrew's there and maybe berserking. Oh my god, what just happened? Carlsen got mated. That was like a scholar's mate. Whoa! Extinguished just like that. 6 minutes, 31 seconds to go. And now he's got to play against Alireza, who's in third, 129. Seems like Alireza is a little too far away from getting in the first spot, but Andrew Tang can still catch the doctor. Let's see. Representing Cloud9. Let's see if he can do it. Queen is hit. A2 falls. Exchange on board. A simplified. Bishop pair. Kingside is the way. You could take and go here. I guess he's going for that. That might seem appealing, but you get to recapture and have a flight square. So slick. Look at that. Bishop b5. Fancy. Maybe a draw offer. We're going to have a draw offer. I think we're having a draw offer right about now. Yep, a draw offer. Oh, Andrew lost. I think it's over. 5 minutes to go. The doctor is up 8. It's looking good for the W, and those of you in the chat that predicted a Carlsen taking first place, I think that's looking good for you. All right. 1-2. I think that's how it's going to finish. The doctor, Andrew Tang. Not sure who's taking third. Maybe Alireza. Let's see. A few more games remaining. These slick bishop moves I am completely blind to them. Uncomfortable. This knight is super duper strong. Yeah, okay, so now the knight is having a field day, jumping around at all sorts of squares. Black at least takes away one of them. This knight isn't so bad. Watching out for the c7, the rook c7 move. But Black has found good coordination here. Clear plan, push away. If this knight got aggressive going towards the king side, pawn would bolt. Black is up 10 seconds plus and has gone wild with the rook. In a pin, you can get out of it with check. Fracture the structure and go after a pawn. Yeah, Doctor's going to take this one. He's going to add 2 more points to his tournament total. This guy's really fast. His ultra bullet rating, I think he has multiple accounts. Yeah. Okay, mate on board. Anything fancy happening? Nothing fancy happening. It seems like he's going to take first. 146, 139, 134, 130. Toivox seems like he'll take third. We're having a berserk game. Andrew is berserking the doctor. No berserk back. Let's see. B5, yes. Gonna work with this B5 square. White has B5, black has C4. The C4 square is challenged right away. Also, this is now uncomfortable, especially with these 2 bishops around. Ooh, and this rook is ready to be brought right to life. The knight can enter the fray as well. Knight on F3. Maybe this, and then look at the dark squares. Ooh, these dark squares are so weakened. Feels like maybe some queen move there is possible at some stage. With this pawn contributing. Could take here. Safeguard the king? No, the rook just doesn't even want to see queen to a1. How do you get this rook doing anything? This knight is an absolute killer. Okay, that was a slick move. Queen there would have really hurt. Bishop e7 imperative. Ah, oh, there it is. So sneaky. Mate. A very nice mate. Queen h6. A nice finish. I think that's going to be the final game that counts for the tournament. 148 with fire, the doctor. The final one here. Whether or not it counts for the tournament, I don't know, but he is going to take this one. Titled Arena. April 2021 is going to the doctor. C4. Secure. Hitter has berserked this one. Targeting B2. And, well, now white's going after F7. The knight can't go too far. There's these tricks. It goes too far. Safeguard first, the back rank. Under 10 seconds. It looks like this game will count. Still 42 seconds. Let's see. Breaking down this structure. This move is always a bit more appealing once the h5 move is in. G6 is much more sensitive. The queen is toast. This tournament is over. I don't believe we're going to get another game. Pairing should be closed with just 20 seconds remaining. These positions can still maybe change. 3-4 position can maybe change. I'm not sure. Is he in a game? He's in a game. Is Dropstone in a game? He's not in a game. It looks like these three are going to take it. Let's see. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's going to do it. And our final standings. The Doctor takes it. First place, Confetti. Second, Andrew Tang. Third, Toivok 3. Fourth, Dropstone. Fifth, Alireza. 152, 142, 138, 134, 131. Jungle Book just outside of the money. All right. Very nice tournament. Am I able to... Okay, I could see the performances here, but clicking on this is not showing the performances for right now. Performance rating for the Doctor, 32-36. 68 games played, 71% win rate. Berserk rate, 1. 3,050 performance for Andrew Tang. Toivok, 3,086. Around 70 games played, these top players. Very nice tournament, as usual. A lot of fun to track the Doctor whenever he plays. Good games, all. A great event.